Hi, this is Sid with Sprague Excavating. Today we're on site at a residential project where we are expanding the footings on an existing house. We already removed the old concrete in this area. Unfortunately, I didn't get the video of that part, but starting here you can see we're working right on the foundation. What we are doing here is digging out around the existing foundation so they can pour a new, wider footing. These expanded footings are going to support the new addition the homeowner is planning. It's important to be precise on a job like this. We're digging carefully to avoid damaging the existing foundation while still getting the proper depth and width for the new footing forms. Most of the time, the concrete foundation crew will want you to dig about an extra 1.5 feet wider than the actual footing size. The extra space gives them room to set up their forms for the foundation walls. You always want to check with your foundation guy before you start digging. Some crews prefer a different method. Every now and then you'll get a contractor who wants the footings dug to the exact size, no extra width, so they can just pour the concrete straight into the hole without using forms. That saves time and materials, but it uses more concrete sometimes, and it's a lot less common. Also, when you're out working with heavy equipment, safety always comes first. Accidents can happen fast, especially around utilities, so you need to have a plan in place before you start. So we had a bit of a situation on this job. While digging, we accidentally hit a water line. Fortunately, we were able to shut the water off right away, and it turned out to be a pretty easy fix. The homeowner was without water for maybe an hour or two, but thankfully he had the right parts on hand and we were able to get everything back up and running quickly. It's always good to prepare and know where the water source is and how to shut it off in case of an accident like this. Anytime you're digging in the ground, you are required by law to call 811 to have all utilities located and marked. This is a critical step you can't skip. It's not just about following the law. Hitting a utility can be a serious safety issue. It can cause dangerous accidents and even impact people in the area, whether it's a gas leak or a power outage. So before you pick up that shovel or fire up that excavator, always make sure to get those utilities marked. It's quick, free, and it could save lives and a lot of headaches down the line. So here we got an old cast iron pipe. This line isn't in use anymore. It's probably an old water line that was disconnected at some point. The interesting thing is it wasn't even buried that deep, just maybe a couple inches in the ground. As for the concrete we removed, we took it to a nearby dump site that crushes it up into a 1" minus recycled rock. They take the concrete for free and it gets repurposed. Recycling concrete is a great way to keep material costs down and reduce waste. Just make sure to check your local specs before you make it your go-to solution. For the dirt we dug out, we saved some to backfill around the house of the foundation footings. The rest of it we hauled to a different area of the homeowner's property to keep everything organized and to make use of the space. This addition to the house will have a concrete slab floor. So once the footings are poured, we'll be backfilling the inside of the footings and the entire interior area with gravel. After the footings have been poured and fully dried and cured, we will come back to do this, the backfill, both on the inside and outside of the footings. Part of the outside footing will be backfilled with dirt though, but the front will have a concrete driveway entrance which will need gravel for the concrete, and the back of this will need gravel to have a concrete walk path into the house. So the far end will be able to be backfilled completely with dirt. Right now, we're checking the grade for the bottom of the foundation footings. Our goal is to match the depth of the existing footings and to make sure all the new footings are level from there. This is typically done with a laser level. The way it works is simple. It shoots a laser beam in a circle at a consistent height, and I use this grade rod to detect the beam that lets me know exactly where the height is. If you're planning on digging your own foundation, these are the tools you'll need. They're actually pretty easy to use once you get the hang of it. Just remember to take your time and to be thorough, and double check everything to make sure it's done right. Here's a part of the concrete removal that I did manage to capture on video. As you can see, this was a tricky and pretty risky section to deal with. The concrete was right up against the foundation, super close to the wood framing of the house, especially back where the camera is. There was about a 20-foot section that was literally pressed up against the wood framing. This whole area was on a slight hill, so the concrete was getting higher and higher as we went. A lot of it was directly against the wood, and at the point, all it takes is one small mistake, one wrong move when pulling the concrete away, and it could crush the wood framing of the house. I had to be extra careful here, making sure to keep everything under control, but thankfully we managed to remove all the concrete without damaging the house. It's moments like this that require precision and patience. Always take your time, especially when you're working up close to something as important as the structure of a house. I hope this video has helped you learn something from my experiences and mistakes along the way. And I also hope it was entertaining and you enjoyed it. If you stuck around till the end, I really appreciate it. Please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you got any questions or thoughts, drop a comment below. I'd be happy to try and respond. Thanks again for watching Sprague Excavating's YouTube channel. We'll see you on the next one.